How's it going, guys? Mr. County Mesh here. Just got back from the national championship. It was a really fun time. It was awesome. Yeah, met a few fans. Pretty cool, actually, to see them and see their sticks, like what they were using, what type of Cali mesh they were using. A lot of them used 2.0. Only a few sticky mesh, which I was surprised at, but what are you going to do? Anyway, so while I was at the tournament, they have the little tent there. First of all, I strung a bunch of heads on the plane. So I'll be showing you those in separate videos, just so you can get an in-depth look in the pattern and all that. And then, so there they had a Brine tent, or a Brine little trailer where you could check out some of the new Brine stuff. Hold on a second. Sorry. So in the Brine tent, I, went in, looked at it. They had a bunch of cool stuff, just kind of new stuff, like tried on the King 4s because I never actually tried them on. Really comfy. I tried on the Triumph 2s, which aren't out yet. Those are really comfy. They had the entire Triumph 2, like shoulder pads and elbow line. I tried on the King 4 shoulder pads. Really like them. Probably gonna end up getting them because my Cell 2s, the Velcro doesn't stick right here anymore, so they like fly around. It's really annoying. And then they also had some heads there. They had the clutch. They had like all the clutch elite and all that, but they had the clutch 3, which isn't out yet, and I have to say I hated it. It was like the 2-shot molding thing again, except it wasn't rubber. They actually they actually used like a different color plastic. And I really like the clutch elite. It's not quite as stiff as I want it to be, but it's a good stiffness. And the clutch 3 was stupid. Like you could go like this and just squeeze it together. It was so flexy. So I don't really know why they came out with the clutch 3, or they're like, it's not even out yet, but I don't know why they developed it yet, because clutch elite's brand new, and it's sort of like, it's like it goes clutch 1, clutch 2, and then it goes clutch elite, and then the clutch 3. It kind of seems like it should be clutch 3 and then clutch elite. Like the clutch elite is the highest clutch that you can get. I don't know. Anyway, also felt the Brine Cyber X. That looks awesome. It's a super stiff defensive head. I'm gonna get one, hopefully. Pinch it, and then use it at attack, which is going to be sick. And then they also had the same thing, except it was a Warrior trailer. So I got to try on the Regulator 2s, which were really, really comfy. Not quite sure why they came out with the Regulator 2s. I thought the Regulator 1s were pretty good. But they did fix the thumb. The thumb is really, really flexible and still protected. It's a lot more protective than the other one. That's the main problem with the other ones that I saw. They had the Evo 4 there, which is really, really stiff. They had the Revo 3, Revolution 3.0. Not out yet. It looked super stiff, really, really wide, though. So, yeah. What else did they have in that tent? Oh, also in the Brine tent, they had a magnesium shaft that is supposed to be stronger than titanium and lighter than scandium. Looks really cool. Not out yet. Anyway, on the Warrior tent, I felt the Crypto Pro Select. It felt super light, but I was kind of worried about it. It looked a little thin. The sidewalls looked a little thin on it. And then they had these really sick Warrior Regulator shoulder pads, which were literally like this skinny and like covered up to here. It was awesome how tiny they were. So anyway, that's a little like unreleased gear I got to see, which is really sick. And then they had a little tent there, and they had a deal. You could get a stick, a head, and a shaft for $150. So the one that I chose was the Under Armour Charge head in the sick yellow color. Just kind of seeing it out. Never like actually had a top of the line Under Armour head. I had like the Spectre a while ago, and then I chose the Reebok Black Shaft because lots of you guys were telling me to review it and stuff. Total that was about $220, I think, 215. So that was pretty cool. And I ended up getting it for $150, and then they also had another deal. So. So I got some Warrior limited edition black and tan gloves, the Mac Daddy 4 version. So if you can see the price tag from this place, they say $274.99. So $275 for gloves is ridiculous. Like the Brine King 3s, right at $200. That's really, really King 4s. That's really, really pushing it. This is crazy. $300 almost for gloves. They only made, it's completely made out of calfskin leather, and there's gold stitching and stuff. They only made how many? Where does it say? It said something. 250 gloves were made. I don't know if that's 250 pairs or 250 like individual gloves. It says 250, so it says only 250 gloves made. So I don't know, whatever. But anyway, they were on sale. They had all these bins with all these great sales. They were on sale for $100, which is a really good deal. I was always looking at getting black and tans, but they were always way too expensive. I could never bring myself to spend that much on gloves. But these are so nice, and makes it that much sweeter that they were an awesome deal. So they look kind of orange online, but in person they're like this sick tan and brown color. They're all calfskin leather, so they're so soft. The palm is super soft, super grippy, entirely out of leather. The back is entirely out of leather. They're so amazing. They're super flexible too, even for the Mac Daddy 3s, which I was pretty surprised at. They got the cuff that's removable. You can just pull it out. They say black and tan, Mac Daddy Limited, all that. These palms, though, are going to rip really, really easily, so my plan for them is just to use them until they get a little rip going, and then once they get a little rip, just stop using them and sort of keep them as a collector's item just because they're so sick, because it's like they haven't made an all-leather glove since, like, Heritage years, or since like forever, a while ago. So these are awesome, super flexible. They smell pretty good, too, because they smell like leather, but, so yep, those are those, and that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys.